Scorpio, I'm doing your place in the universe. I'm gonna try to actually give you a glimpse because I really don't pretend to be able to answer such a question or give you the full picture, really. So I've chosen 3 oracle decks, as well as tarot, of course. We're gonna jump right in. The message might be eclectic. I don't know. It might reflect the what is your place in the universe, why, who, where, or when, right? I do believe this is a multifaceted question, multidimensional. So let's start somewhere. You got a card that flew out. I didn't even have to draw. The Merkaba activation, transcendence, ascension, you are rising up. A beautiful, like, 6-pointed star. Actually, I am going to read a little excerpt for you out of the book. If I can find the page. Please give me a moment. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, Merkaba or ain't okay, there's Merkaba spelled with the hyphenated version, and then there's the same word in one word, are ancient Egyptian and Hebrew words relating to the ascension process of the soul. The Hebrew Merkaba or Merkava means chariot or vehicle, and it's most commonly associated with the prophet Ezekiel's visions of angels traveling on or in spheres of light. In ancient Egyptian, Mer means light, Ka means spirit, and Ba means body. I'm going to skip and read a little further out, You are raising your vibration and becoming magnetic to the presence and wisdom of light. You are in a space of ascension. All of the attention, love, and care you have been giving to your body are supporting your spiritual journey. It is important for you to be aware of the information, energy, and downloads you are receiving, for all that's coming through is supporting your expansion. You are moving up a level. It's time to fly high. Okay, well, it could have been summed up to ascension, but honestly, the fact that Merkaba means chariot vehicle, that's interesting as well. It becomes a bit more tangible. I'm going to go to another oracle deck. It says, trust in the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Okay, so in your case, let's draw some tarot, but I want to tell you that your intuition plays a big part here. And that's twofold, because it's like the cards are asking you to really use your intuition for one, and then what is your intuition really telling you? You need to act on that for two, right? Like, also. Okay. This is the Three of Cups. It came out in reverse. This is the Bosch Tarot. Bosch is an artist from, I think, the 16th century or 17th century, maybe the 18th, but it's been I think 17th century or 18th. I don't recall, I'm sorry. I would have to Google it. But he drew some really crazy, I don't know. I want to say he must have had visions. 10 of Wands here. All his characters are really strange looking. They're not human. The landscapes are obviously not very common. They're like futuristic, fantastic. I wanted that. I wanted something out of the ordinary to tell us something different. Big pile. Big pile. 4 cards. Okay. The King of Cups, but he came out in reverse. This is what he looks like. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You can tell now the drawings are weird. You get the Two of Swords. Look at this. And the Four of Pentacles. I've been drawing the Four of Pentacles a lot in my readings lately. No matter what the reading is, no matter what the sign is, it's coming up a lot. You know, you're really being asked to pay attention. Okay, you have a tendency to overload yourself, very much so. I just heard you're loading the car because we spoke of the Merkaba and it said, you know, the vehicle, the chariot, right? So I'm thinking of a car. And if for some reason you're loading the car, but it could be you're the car, right? It could be you're overloading yourself. You've got a lot of baggage. But I don't want to speak about the past, really. I'm going to describe a couple things and then we're really going to try and see how that fits with what you're really here to do and how you position yourself, right? I feel that you're someone that ideally would need a job that wasn't something like 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week. You're the kind of person that's, if you had your say, would work best if you had a lot more time on your hands. Unfortunately, we all have to make a living, right? So there's something about learning how to budget and save your money. Be how do you say? I'm not sure the English word, but like just conscious of where you spend, especially not in frivolous things. And so they're like, this is, it links back to your emotions and what you're here to do in terms of, I don't know what it is. It's a strange one because I want to say that, you know, it spoke of ascension, but most of these cards in the first deck, a lot of them speak of ascension. So I am weary of just applying this. I'm much more interested in you being a vehicle of light. And there's something about movement and you really physically traveling. I think that's really important. But you can't travel heavy, and you actually need time. So the work that you need to do here in terms of your place in the universe is different necessarily than, let's say, the job that pays the bills. So ideally, you'd have to work fewer hours unless you're able to reconcile both. Then maybe you can put in a lot of hours, but think of it as there's a lot of traveling in between because you're going to different places. So ultimately, the hours that you spend really working, maybe shedding some light, I feel that it's much more emotional because we have the King of Cups here on the table. So part of your light is sharing yourself emotionally, which is interesting. Anyways, think of it as when you travel, you're in between. So ultimately, you're working fewer hours, but you are traveling a lot. So overall, you can say that all of this time is spent towards what your mission is. But there's a caution against wasting some of that precious time, maybe working a 9-to-5 job, quote unquote, and not having enough time to really do a different kind of, have a different schedule that would allow for some traveling. I'm gonna say it feels like a peddler energy, but I don't want to bring in the negative connotation of what a peddler is. But it's the idea that you are doing door to door, you're going to many places, you are encountering people, but you are knocking at their door. You're the one instigating, you're the one like creating those opportunities. It feels you have a message of love, I think. And the niggle is this dichotomy between what you're probably doing actually as your main job versus what this mission is actually requiring of you, because you're juggling way too many responsibilities. So for one, your schedule is already full, but then if you do go on the road, be mindful that it's telling you not to travel so heavy. You know, as you travel and you knock door by door, you're gonna like earn some money. As much as this is saving your money, now I see it differently because of the imagery. And I'm thinking that you're collecting these coins and you're actually putting them on this like, okay, I've been to one place, I've earned so much. It's instead of putting it in a bag, you're like putting it on a brochette. You know, you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. The Eight of Pentacles is in reverse. So there's something that you're doing now in terms of your job that you don't like doing anymore. Or not as much, right? You're pretty, you actually are closing you're in denial. Two Swords here is like, okay, you know, like the right away depiction where she's blindfolded and basically her arms are crossed because she's holding two swords. It's a stalemate. It's like status quo. It's like you're not gonna disrupt that. At the moment, you're pretty much, I feel, somewhat in denial. Or it's necessity, which I totally understand, right? Trust me. I know. But the cards are asking you to make an effort not to waste time in frivolous activities like going out, drinking a lot, like not taking care of your body, making you tired, and not able to wake up early enough to like keep going, or especially if you do the work that you're here to do and you need to travel and drive, let's say, a lot. It requires a lot of attention and you cannot be tired, or it's preferable if you're not. So it's just a caution of staying really healthy and focused and sharp, not dulling and numbing yourself. So it could be that you're doing this. I'm not sure that it's a possibility here on the cards. It might not be you. You might say, I don't drink a single drop. But for some of you, it's something that is there. You know, we have the Three of Cups and the King of Cups in reverse. That's why I'm saying that. Like a tendency to drown your sorrows, right? Let's draw. I have another oracle deck. It's in French. I'm going to translate. But the universe is, the niggle is about switching to a job that gets you on the road, traveling places, knocking on doors, earning money, city by city or door by door. But apologies, I don't mean to call you a peddler. It's just the fact that you'd be really exhausted, like, how do you say? I want to speak, like my mind is thinking in French right now. Anyway, you understood. I'm sorry. It's late for me. I'm thinking about, okay, it's a play on words, right? I told you not to travel with too much baggage, like don't travel heavy, don't load the car. And also, this speaks of being a vehicle of light, but then it's like, it's traveling light. So it's a play on words where I feel that you're bringing light as well as traveling light, but I'm not sure what you're carrying. Like what that light could really be. I'm actually, before I go to the oracle, to answer that question, oh, that's interesting. I love when that happens. It's like the way I held it, there's a space and I really want to see that card. Ah, I just drew the same card for, I just did Cancer. I'm gonna take it. It's so strange. This is the first time I use this deck. And it's like the second time that I draw for a video. And this is the second, it's the same card. It's twice the same card. It's interesting. I will tell you what it is afterwards. I really want to draw a card on the King of Cups. I want to understand, because I feel the light is in the cup. I don't know what you're carrying. I'm thinking you're carrying pearls of wisdom because it's like an oyster here. So it feels a little bit like that. But I don't know exactly what it is that you're saying, or because pearls of wisdom, what are you sharing really? What are you carrying? What are you spreading? Two of Cups. I can't make this up. I told you you're bringing love. I told you before, I didn't even know. I said that like, I can't believe it. I'm so happy. Look. It's love and light. You're a light worker. But I mean, like, it's really strange. I mean, because you could be doing videos on YouTube, you know, and never go anywhere. But this is different. You're going places. You're seeing people. I want to say touching people. You know what I mean? But it's, you're traveling light. You're bringing light, love, and light. And the card in French is Le Joyeux. Le Joyeux is the one who is happy. And you have dragonflies and lotus flowers. And the keywords are happiness, wonder, interaction, goodwill, frank communication, amicable persuasion, and self-expression. I'm telling you, it's like, it's beautiful. And the niggle is, you know, like almost like a, imagine like you're being poked to like, okay, this is like your calling, or go and do this, or anyways, it's a strange series. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a first for me, so it's an attempt. Doing my best. And again, I want you to know it's only a little peek into what your place could be. I really don't pretend to know and to be able to tell you fully. Please remember that. Take some, leave some, of course. So if you did enjoy the video, you can like, of course, share, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for your presence.